YouTube Morrow channel, Morrow Sports Media. What's good, y'all? How is everybody doing? Hopefully, everything is going well. We are live in the building, and we're gonna go straight into our first topic today. And I want to talk about quickly just Kamilla Cardoso. So she played her second game against the Guangdong. I forget the name of the
北线
last
Cardoso
team
强攻
again.
打进，
It has been just amazing to see the way that this young woman has developed into the type of player on the low post in just in a few short minutes in China, or a short stint in China. She has been really able to just have her way and just dominate. I call her baby Joker because to me she has a lot of similarities to Nikola Jokic, who's obviously been a multiple time MVP in the league. I feel like she has a lot of great shooting touch. I feel like she has the ability to get to the rim. I feel like she can. Her shooting is better than you think it is, honestly. And the fact that she's able to really pass really well out of double and triple teams. And it's only a matter of time before she really starts to put it all together. And to me, when I watch her play, it reminds me of similar to like Joker when he was just coming up, when he had Nikola Jokic. I'm sorry, when he had Jusuf Nurkic on his team as well. And I'm not saying Angel Reese is Jusuf Nurkic, but just the fact that she's learning how to play with another perimeter big is something that can't be dismissed. And I love the fact that she's in China now and she's learning really how to just do her own thing and kind of just be the focal point of an offensive end on her own front. So shout out to Camilla for the way she's been playing, and overseas they're looking like it's just looking like a great time and opportunity. She's been having a great time there, and shout out to her. She's been enjoying herself, really just taking in everything what China has to offer, and just learning how to play on a finite on I guess on a finite note. So shout out to Camilla. She's enjoying herself. And if you're the Chicago Sky, you're really proud of what she's doing, especially because she's been able to just really adapt and kind of move on into a new sphere and then just kind of just ball. Like, again, it goes without saying, she is going to become a really great player in the league moving forward. Now, speaking of another player, what's good, Clash? Speaking of another player who I feel like has really been doing, we didn't talk about our last episode, but we're going to talk about her now. Kelsey Mitchell. Kelsey Mitchell is a veteran in the WNBA. She's been able to just obviously be a bona fide scorer. She really unlocked her game, obviously playing alongside Caitlin Clark, who I feel like is the best point guard in the WNBA. And I've said that for a minute now. I said that since the minute she walked on the court in a WNBA uniform. This is back in training camp. But Mitchell has just been really, and I'll say this to her credit, she's made an all star team before Caitlin. So she's already been one of the 12 to 24 best players in the league. And I have her, I want to say I have her ranked around 18 to 20, maybe 17 to the 2022 range. I think she's a damn good player. And I think her and Caitlin, they arguably form the best backcourt in the WNBA. And just now that she has been able to just been hooping by herself and really just take over a team, it's going to be beneficial. And again, everybody that's playing basketball now, it will be beneficial to you guys in the long run. I'm talking about moving forward. The fact that she's been able to get into the China and she's playing on a league of her own is beautiful to watch. Honestly, she led her team in scoring. I want to say she had 29 points and 4 assists, and she beat Camilla's team. She beat Camilla's team, and the fact that she's been able to just if she can stack up wins and just start to dominate by her own self, it only benefits, yes, Braden, yes, Kelsey Mitchell. It'll just benefit her in the long run because coming back to Indiana, the thing that she really needs to quote unquote work on that a lot of people want to see is how the ball moves when she does not have the basketball in her hands or when she's not scoring. How effective can you be on the team? She had 4 assists this game. Obviously, I want to see those assist numbers go up a lot more. But the fact that she's still dominating and doing what she's been doing on the offensive end, 29 points, that's nothing to slouch over. And yes, I agree, Braden. It is nice that she's playing against people her height. That's funny. But yeah, she's gonna be a player in this league. And y'all can request in. Give me like 10, 15 minutes. Y'all can request in. I want to hear what y'all think, of course. Before I start shooting more content for the YouTube channel. And again, make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel, Morrow Sports Media. We here. So I really do appreciate that. So Kelsey Mitchell's really been just doing her thing in China overseas in WCBA. And it's just been great to watch. It's just been great to watch in a nutshell. So shout out to Kelsey Mitchell because she's been really hooping this season. And I appreciate it, Clash. Thank you for that. All right, now so I guess it's gonna be a quick episode because we ain't got everybody on, but I'm gonna still kind of do what I gotta do for y'all. I appreciate everybody that's on the live, and I do want to hear what y'all think, and I really do appreciate y'all for listening. All right, this was a hypothetical question that was actually brought up, and I think it was interesting. So they said, what if a player, regardless of class, were eligible for the 2025 WNBA draft? And they wanted to know, who would you pick? So regardless of class, they have Paige Bueckers at number 1, Juju Watkins at number 2, Hannah Hidalgo at 3, Kiki Irfin at number 4, Lauren Betts, Olivia Miles, Anissa Morrow, Madison Booker, Dominique Malonga, Flau'jae, Ayoka Lee, and Malaysia Fulwiley. I think Malaysia's going up a lot higher on this list. But if it's me and I had to pick against Juju and Paige, there's no way I'm picking against Juju. I think Juju is going to become the next transcendent player in the WNBA. She reminds me of Tina Thompson, but like a lot better version of a Tina Thompson. And if you know me, you know that Tina Thompson's one of my favorite players of all time, especially on the women's side. But I think it's only a matter of time before people really realize how good Juju is. It's not. I understand when you look at, and it's crazy because Paige's efficiency is next level, and I'm not disagreeing with you if you agree with that. It is, but when I see Juju, I see her off the dribble doing. I've never seen anybody, especially on the women's side, with a. Actually, I'm not even gonna speak that far, but I kind of will. I kind of do want to speak that far. I don't feel like I've ever seen a woman with a better handle from the shooting guard or the two guard position like her. Shoni Schimmel was another one of my favorites. Ivory Latta had a really great handle. But when it comes to just pure scoring and just say, hey, I need a bucket, I think Juju ranks like up there. Maya Moore is arguably one of my favorite players, but she wasn't really off the dribble with it. She was a more catch and shoot or 1-2 type of. She was really efficient with her moves, but Juju, like, I don't think I've ever seen anybody that's been able to stay in front of her. And I think that her game is going to translate immensely in the WNBA because for the same reason, you're talking about a 6'2 guard that's already 190 pounds. If she could just get 10, 15 more pounds at 210, at 6'2, like you're not going to stop her from getting to the free throw line at all. And she's just only going to get better. She has to obviously clean up her turnovers and get more efficient with her jump shot. But as far as just her raw potential, I mean, it's really, 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 it's really for me. It's really difficult to just kind of go against the grain on that one. And some people will rank Paige at going number 1, and I wouldn't like. I'm not gonna sit here and disagree with you because I love Paige Bueckers. I think she's a great player, but I really do love. I think Juju Watkins. Okay, he said Kennedy Carter. I'm talking about in this draft, YOLO. I'm talking about in this draft. In this draft, I probably will go Juju Watkins. I honestly probably go Juju Watkins, and I probably go Paige 2, and then Hannah Hidalgo 3. Kiki probably will go 4, and then Lauren Betts probably go 5. I agree with most of the list except for I'm just flip flopping 1 and 2. So again, shout out to I'm gonna pull this. I'm gonna pull this up because I love this. I love their page. So and apparently they be saying that they be hating on Kaylin, which I didn't realize. I did not realize, and I still don't really realize that. But they said, regardless of player, who are you picking? Number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm definitely gonna probably go with Juju. And shout out to Paige Bueckers because she's gonna be a monster too. So in this WNBA. Let me read some of these comments. Okay, I think Kennedy Carter is a great player too. So don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted, YOLO. All right, and speaking of great players, y'all can request in. Like I said, I'm gonna add in the live. Speaking of great players, we are looking at right now the Unrivaled team. So they started their pre-sales, and right now they started a vlog where Nafisa Collier, Brianna Stewart, they both spoke about obviously their impact on Unrivaled, and they spoke about their matchup in the WNBA Finals. And right now they're cordial, which I thought was hilarious because obviously they're being fierce competitors this fall, or rather this summer, on the WNBA Finals. Brianna Stewart obviously took home another ring, and she's on that Mount Rushmore. And we're going to see what Unrivaled does in the future moving forward. We are absolutely going to see what Unrivaled does in the future moving forward. Let me read this. Sam put Kennedy as a crash out. She's her biggest opponent. I mean, I guess like if that's how you want to see it, that's cool. Like I'm not gonna blame you. But I think with when it comes to Kennedy, and I'll come back to Unrivaled. When it comes to Kennedy, I think she could be her biggest ally. I'm not gonna say she's her biggest enemy. I think she could be her biggest ally because she knows she's really talented. And it's funny because I brought up Juju. Juju had to break Kennedy Carter's freshman scoring record, and Kennedy Carter is like really great. Like she's not a good player. I think again, I still think Angel Reese is their best player. I think Kennedy Carter is their best scorer. But I understand what you mean by when it comes to Kennedy. I feel like it just comes with time though. I feel like it comes with time. It comes with maturity. It comes with being in the building with teammates that you like or rather peers that you like, organization that you feel like trusts you and really believes in you and has your best interest. I feel like the perfect storm for Kennedy Carter or the perfect intangibles, like the Powerpuff Girls recipe, when you put in like sugar, spice, and everything nice, I feel like everything is going to come together for her. And I feel like it's only a matter of time. Now, trust me, granted, I hear some of the things that you're saying, like when people say she's a head case, like I still to this day don't understand why she hit check Caitlyn and was acting all outlandish when it came to their games. I know she's a competitor. She's a fierce competitor, but I just think it takes time. I think it takes time to kind of just mature, and like everybody doesn't mature at the same rate, and that's okay. But the question is, can you mature enough? Like Angel Reese, I feel like is as much as people like to hate on her, is a very young, mature woman, and I feel like it's only a matter of time before. Same thing with Kamilla. Before all three of them make the perfect storm and they just get on the same page together. Like right now, you can kind of see them like gelling, but it for me, it just like it just takes time. Everybody is not moving at the same pace. Everybody it's just really that simple to me. Let me read this. Our old data, current data is that she's an all-star caliber player. I agree with you, Falcor, 100%. Kennedy hasn't been supported in the same way as others. That's the difference. The question is, does she want to though? That's the question. I believe she wants to, and I believe that she's an amazing player and an amazing talent. Shout out to y'all, yeah. Shout out to y'all because y'all bringing up Kennedy Carter. I appreciate that. But as far as the Unrivaled League, again, after Nafisa, you got Brianna. They're gonna be doing some great things. We're gonna see the tickets went on pre-sale today, so y'all make sure y'all get your tickets for that. And then everybody, y'all could chime in, y'all could request in. I want to hear what y'all got to say because, like I said, this is gonna be a really short episode tonight. I mean, make sure I get this live stream. Wilson, how you doing, man? I appreciate you. Everything's going well. Everything's going well, Wilson. I appreciate you, sir. Make sure you follow the Twitch too. All right. Speaking of things going well, Haley Van Lith recorded her first double double the other night. 18 points and 10 assists against a top third 2015 ranked team in NC State. She has been, since she got to TCU, she has been really been doing the damn thing, and it's been really great to see. Like she's been, and that's another one that's really humble, really low key. Again, she is killing it in the Olympics, and she's been on a tear since she's gotten back. Obviously, a lot of people were pissed off how performance was at LSU when she was going against Kaylin, but then again, that's Kaylin. She's gonna make everybody look like that. But I feel like the bar that they kind of hold Haley Van Lith to is just ridiculous. She's a great point guard, and if somebody now look, I thought she'd be a fringe third round pick. I feel like somebody could take her in the second round. A Chicago Sky team would be great to have a Haley Van Lith in the backcourt. I mean, like she could just really develop into a solid rotational piece on a team, and I think she's coachable. I mean, obviously, you already know what you're going to get defensively from her. She's not like the best defender, and that's okay. But if you have more teams that are like kind of strong defensively, like a Chicago is, like a New York is, like a Minnesota, right? You can kind of mask her flaws a lot more because you're not going to ask her to shut down the other you know what I'm saying, the opponent's point guard. You're going to just have her kind of go in and do her thing. She's a really good facilitator, and I've appreciated watching her game develop over these last 2-3 weeks, or actually the last 2-3 months rather. So shout out to Haley Van Lith because she's been doing her thing and she's just really been developing as a player. So it's been really great to see her just on that front. Let me read some of these comments. Happy for Haley Van Lith. It makes a huge system. YOLO, I agree with you 100%. Could Dallas pick HVL for his second round pick? They could, but I don't know if they will because they already have a JC Sheldon. TCU moved up to 19th. Yes, they did. Mike, they're doing great, honestly, with her. If they're throwing B-Day parties in Wuhan, and they bought her an electric scooter. Hey, Falcor, I did see that. I saw that too. I thought that was really dope. They could take her at 19 if she drops that low. I don't see why she wouldn't drop that low. There's this draft class is really stacked, and if she managed to go top 20, that'd be really great for her. So she's a good player. I don't know if she's gonna be a top 12 pick. And then Falcor said it's her foot speed compared to pro players might get a flyer, but I've seen Better not make it. Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I think she'll make it to the W. I think she'll be on somebody's rotation, and I think she'll have the ability to make somebody's roster. So I did want to speak about quickly about the Seattle Storm. But the journalist who I kind of was, I'm not even saying that I was getting information from, but the journalist who I kind of was listening to about the Seattle Storm, actually, I'm not even gonna say that. One of the journalists that I heard, so shout out to Annie Costabal, because that's the person that actually kind of really followed for this story. But Roberta Rodriguez kind of has been like, I guess, getting a lot of misinformation. So one of the things that she said that Jewel Lloyd was pissed off about was that she was supposed to, okay, I'm gonna just read it. Jewel Lloyd would have received a performance-based bonus from Nike if she finished the season with an average of 20 points per game. She fell zero point 0.3 points short of that, finishing with 19.7. And I don't know if that's true because her agent, I'm talking about Jewel Lloyd. Jewel Lloyd's agent has spoken out against this, and she said that's not true. And she told her that she needs to do more homework, and that's misinformation. I don't know if there's a clause in her Nike contract saying that she needs to average 20 points per game. So you gotta be careful with who you're getting these sources from. But what we do know is that there has been bullying in the locker room. I'm gonna talk about that more on the YouTube channel. Y'all take a look out on some of these videos. I'm gonna be posting them in the next 20 to actually give me like a few hours, but I'm gonna be posting that. But it's a little bit crazy that the Seattle Storm are kind of going through what they're going through, and especially because it's a basketball team. So, but speaking of basketball teams, I want to switch off to Anissa Morrow. Last night, 23 points, 13 rebounds, 5 steals, 2 assists, 8 of 11 field goals. She's trying to play herself into a top 3 pick. A lot of draft boards says she is. If you're the Chicago Sky, it will be, if she's up there, it's gonna be hard to pass her up. But she's been hooping. She's been hooping this season. And obviously that you want a guard that you could play alongside Kennedy. That's what they really need. But again, I'm from the best available player type of program. And obviously, again, you still want a guard that's going to play next to Kennedy, maybe somebody that can play defense. But hey, who knows? Maybe you put Anissa at the 2 guard, and then you put a Michaela on your way at the 3, Angel at the 4, and a Kamilla at the 5. Or Kennedy, you know what I'm saying? There's different combinations that you can kind of tweak around that. And who knows? Who knows how that kind of might work? They're still going to be a defensive-minded first team because they don't have enough shooters. You have a Rachel Banham on the team. You already traded the Marina Bavery. So who knows what that say? Sky can still get exactly. And Mike, that's exactly where I agree with you. And Falcor, I'm not saying that she can or can't. Maybe you slide Michaela to the 2 and then you put her at the 3. But Mike, I'm right with you on that. Sky can get a great point guard with their second pick, and I agree with you about that 1,000,000%. Like 1,000,000% on that for real. And speaking of great point guards, this is somebody who we
up and in, and you see the excitement from
will not be leaving the draft this year. And a Flau'jae Johnson, she has been killing this season, leading LSU. I have no clue how far this team is going to go. They're ranked number 7 in the country. They'll probably be ranked top 5 as soon as next week. Flau'jae has been killing it. If you're the Chicago Sky, I have no clue what the relationship between her and Reese is. But if the 2 of them are on the same page, they already done magic together. Why wouldn't you want to try to bring that in Chicago? And that's if they're on good terms, right? Why wouldn't you want to try to bring in a Flau'jae Johnson in Chicago? She'll probably go first round, top 7 at least if she declares for a draft. I'm not saying she'll go as high as 3, but she has the potential behind Olivia Miles, maybe even before her. Who knows? But Big Fool is a good player. She a damn good player, and we gonna see because we'll see how far she goes this season in the NCAA and then the tourney. Just leading this LSU team herself, obviously with another high draft pick with Anissa, like I just mentioned. But we'll see. It wouldn't surprise me if she did go top 3, top 4, even top 5 in this WNBA draft. She's a really great talented guard. If she could play defense, she could score. She's really efficient. She could pass, and she has a great motor and a great attitude. Really enthusiastic leader. So we'll see what Flau'jae does in the future moving forward. So this draft class is really stacked, and that's to say the least. They are absolutely stacked. They're absolutely stacked. Oh, also speaking about Unrivaled quickly, they are announcing a partnership with State Farm. So now the question remains: does that mean that Caitlin Clark is on their way? So is Caitlin Clark going to join Unrivaled? Obviously, with a huge State Farm sponsorship, we will see. That's looking more imminent than not because you already got Aaliyah, you already got Alexi. Now you got State Farm, TNT. It's like all the numbers are starting to line up, or all the things are starting to line up together. So we'll see if Caitlin Clark comes to join Unrivaled. And like I always said, it's up to her. Obviously, if she wants to play, I'm all for it. If she don't, I'm all for it too. Like it's not our decision. She could enjoy her some of the way she chooses to. She's a professional athlete, but we'll see. We'll see if she joins Unrivaled. But with that being said, I'm gonna end the live on YouTube. I'm gonna shift to TikTok. Make sure y'all sub to the channel, Morrow Sports Media. We here and we appreciate it. I guess it was episode 54. Everybody on